run.
I know that
They just
happens.
have side
Like
chicks.
women shouldn't, like, if loyalty truly matters to you, you shouldn't like you shouldn't date or marry somebody that's going to cheat on you if that matters to you. But I don't think that saying, oh, I have options, I should be allowed to exercise my options is necessarily healthy.
See, well, I say this, look, men need to maintain discipline in order to safeguard against relationships, modern day relationships. However, there's a fundamental difference depending on at what stage you meet that man in his life. If you allow that man to grow, if you see the ambition, work with him, help him develop as a man, and he attains that 1% status, by all means, he should give you sexual exclusivity. But then if you buy into his lifestyle, you meet him when he's already made, then you don't deserve that. And the reason being is because men have to create their value whilst women are born of value. So sex means something completely different to us. So I think whilst I say men need to maintain discipline, it's their choice, because a man, even to have a seat at the sexual marketplace, has to become something. So if you didn't help him become that thing, you can't demand that he be sexually exclusive to you.
Well, okay, so I get what you said, but I think so. Yeah, so if you work your way up to the 1%, I do feel as though, like, yes, you may have options and you can kind of sow your seed. But if a woman is in the 1% as well and you're dating her, but like from what male standards, right? Not necessarily financially, but physically, emotionally, maturity, intellectually, would you have a problem? Would you have a problem with a woman having a sugar daddy if the sugar daddy had a vasectomy and you're not worried about paternity tests? because that would mean that she's not content with you providing. And if you're married to a woman and she's still having sex with you but you're not satisfied with that,
are we doing this on the condition that I'm also a 1% individual?
Yes.
Then of course not. Well, why would I waste my time with a woman? I could literally have almost any woman that I want. So why would that be an option?
but it's not easy to replace a 1% woman.
No,
Just like it's not easy to replace.
It kind of is, though. For those guys, it's not that hard. The new girl turns 22 every day. We're like women. Like, when are you ever going to be in contact with a 1% guy again?
Yeah, but
it's a real occasion.
But realistically, though, like, yeah, they're young, fertile, beautiful, and some virginal women. But like, do you want like a lot of drama that comes with a 22-year-old?
I'll say this. Ideally, in the scenario that you create, and you said, if you do find a 1% woman, then irrespective of when she meets you, then she's a 1%er. You should do what you can to keep her. The perspective I come from is more the realistic aspect, where I can't determine whether you're that 1%. If I was to lose all my earnings tomorrow, would you be there for me? Or are you just here for the good times? Because I can't determine that, because you haven't been there from the start, you don't deserve my exclusivity. Because if my money goes, do you go? I would never know. So
that's exactly what I was going to get to. I think a lot of people that talk about this on the internet, talking about like, oh, if I'm a 1% person, I should be allowed to cheat. Like, a lot of these guys don't realize, because like we've been living in a bull market from 2009 to present. Like, people don't realize like money can go very quickly. And so if I'm dating a guy that happens to be in the 1% and he's cheating on me while he's making all this money, if he loses it tomorrow, when he was in his prime, when he had options, he was cheating on me. So what incentive do I have as a woman to really stick around? Well, I'm saying if I'm not married, like, and it's just dating, because I value marriage a lot. But what incentive do I have to build this man up only for him to sleep around and have sex with other women and treat other women when I was the one that was building that?
That's what I said. So if you help me build with it, then you deserve my sexual exclusivity. But if you've met me in my prime with all my money, you've just bought into my lifestyle, then you just don't get that.
But if you didn't have money, realistically, you're not gonna get like the like hottest girl, like what you would.
Me.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm referring to a 1% man. Like, let's just say you met in high school and you fell in love, like that guy on the video. Like, oh gosh, I don't want to insult him. I mean, more like, you're probably not going to attract like a Victoria's Secret model. So like if you were to attain the 1%, wouldn't you kind of look at her being like, I don't know, I could probably find a girl that's like better kind of thing.
I just say, look, average men, they aren't afforded the luxury of cheating, so they should absolutely be faithful. I'm just saying, once you've achieved a certain status, then the world is your oyster, and that includes women. So again, if you've built with me, then you have every reason that man has to stay loyal to you, because you're a part of the reason he was successful. If you had nothing to do with him attaining his success, then you can't demand stuff off him. Like, why you, when there's like literally I could open my eyes, there's women everywhere. It doesn't make any sense logically, especially if I want to fulfill my biological imperative, because what you're asking me to do is conform to your standard, which puts me at a disadvantage.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that I want to do that are not healthy for me and that would have a negative effect on society. Like, well, I'm not into drugs or anything, but like, for me, I love sugar. So if I like consumed sugar constantly and I was spending all my money at bakeries and then I ended up getting a diabetic problem and I ended up getting heavy, like that would be a problem for my health. That would be like a burden on society in many ways. That doesn't mean, just because you want to do it doesn't mean it's good.
Well, society was built on polygamy, actually. Like
yes.
every king throughout all of history has had multiple women. So to say it's not healthy for society when that's how society was built is just incorrect.
But if you love this woman, if you genuinely love her, why would you want to put her through such insecurity, such agony? Why would you want your sons to look up to
men? Because men love in different ways.
Yes, I understand,
but
but
you're forgetting the key thing. What I'm really saying is, find your man young and stay with him. That's really what I'm saying. But your women are out here sitting on the sidelines, waiting for a guy to blow up, and then saying, "Look, here I am." You haven't done nothing to deserve that. So why do you deserve that lifestyle? When I've had to work day and night, killing myself. Most successful men are like, you don't understand what they have to go through to attain that level of status. But then to say, well, I've just come out of nowhere and now you have to give me all of that you have, plus give me your exclusivity, it makes zero sense, because you haven't had to do that. You haven't had to struggle to reach that status. If you had done it with him, you deserve everything he has to offer and more. But if you didn't do that with him, there's no reason why you deserve that.
Yeah, and I understand, but men and women are different. Women are kind of born like a 10, or they're born an 8, they're born a 4. Men do have to build themselves. And that's just the common understanding that you have. And then if you're a 10 and you're submissive and you have some sort of skill and you're loyal and you're nice and you're not argumentative, like men, like historically speaking, have built, like have put everything into their business, into their career, so that they could attain a woman like that. So then to say that she's not entitled to anything, I mean, no one's entitled to anything.
No, but I think the point is they're never going to have the same amount of leverage as a 1% guy, because a new girl turns, 22 throughout history, 18, whatever it is, every day. Yeah. So you're never going to have the same amount of leverage as a 1% guy. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not putting my moral judgment. Like, my dad's a top 1% guy. He didn't cheat on my mom. But like, the point is those guys have the leverage, and if they want to do it, they can. And a lot of girls are okay with it.
Yeah, they can do it. But I think you should certainly be clear about it before you enter a committed relationship.
I agree. Even in the red pill, most coaches will say, be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it may be difficult to find a woman that would be willing to. Have
You think?
No, a lot of women can handle that.
I have another thing too, because I know a lot of like guys, they're very much in fear of marriage, which I understand because the divorce courts are very much in their favor. But like, how could you honestly say like that they can cheat, and then like, if I'm married to a guy and he cheats, if I have kids, I don't know if I would leave for sure, but if he cheated and got some girl pregnant, like that's grounds for divorce for me. And like, if you cheat and you're a 1% guy, like she can take you for all of your money. So like, I just feel like it's kind of leading men astray in some ways.
No, I agree with you. I think it's a high risk. I don't morally agree with it, but I'm not trying to change like what is the world.
Yeah.
And like when you're in certain circles, that's just how it is. Like wives will shake side chicks' hands. Like,
yeah, they'll just become sister wives.
Yeah.
But I also feel like there are sacrifices that are made on both parties. Typically, when a man enters a committed relationship, he promises that he won't have sex with other women, and a woman promises that she won't leave him when a man with better resources or is better looking or whatever it is comes along.
Right, but he's talking about the girls that wait at the finish line. So he's talking about the girls that just want a guy that has everything. Like, it's like you're selling a Disney fairy tale when you want a guy that has all of the things you look for, and he's going to give you monogamy.
Well,
and he's a top 1% earner.
I think that's dicey, though, because, like, from my perspective, I'm 20, but I know exactly what I want. I want to live in the mountains. I want to have a strong, loving, masculine man that shares my values. I've already said this. Where I can live in the mountains, homeschool my kids, and we just kind of escape from modern society. But, like, I happen to date guys that are typically, like, late 20s, early 30s because they know what they want. They have their life together. I'm not...